People are obviously today desperate to know more about the vaccine rollout.
Yep.
Will you commit to vaccinating 2 million people a week?
Well, first thing, I'm not going to now because the numbers are moving around. They depend on how fast we can.
But I want to talk to you about another aspect of this crisis. You're famous for somebody who sees the glass half full. But if you look at what is happening in hospitals right now, many of them are being overwhelmed with COVID-19 patients. Can you capture for us the magnitude of the seriousness of the situation now?
The situation is very serious now, and people need to understand that. And you're right to point to what's happening in some hospitals at the moment. Our NHS are working under incredible pressure because of the volume of COVID patients. And
how long are we going to be living under these restrictions?
Well, I can't give you that date today. I can't give you the numbers, the pace of the rollout today. What I can tell you is if you look at the graphs, that's fascinating, you should say that, but if you look at the graphs of what was actually happening to the economy on the other, you have to find a way through. The good news, the difficult news, the tough news, the sad news today is that the new variant is really proving tough to fight, and we need to continue to follow the basic disciplines. And I think in the run-up to else in hospital, please, let's all think about that over the coming days. This is the moment for
a new relationship with the EU goes into law after COVID is defeated. So in that sense, it's a very big day. You talk about the importance of getting back our freedom. In the coming year, what will you be doing with that newfound freedom? Don't talk about trade deals because we know about trade deals. What else will you be able to do outside of the EU this year that you wouldn't have been able to do inside the EU?
Well, don't forget that we've already taken back control of our borders. So just from Monday, or just from the January the 1st, there will be a new regime in place that allows us to control our immigration. We will have substantial sums of money of this country. We will be able to
drop in the notion of the current deficit, let's be clear.
But substantial sums of real hard, cold cash that we'll be able to use on our priorities, such as the NHS, a point I think I may have made in the past. We will also have
small, slightly personal questions. Some people, okay,
personal about you or me?
About you.
All right.
It could be about me if you like. I can't think of anything you might be interested in. But just, there have been times when people think you have been too optimistic about Christmas, for example. Have you learned anything over the last few months that makes you think actually you've just got to be...
If you look at the graphs, that's fascinating, you should say that, but if you look at the graphs, we will have substantial sums of money.
A bit more cautious.
There were plenty of people who told me that it was impossible to get COVID. It's an incredibly tough time for the country. If you say, have I sometimes erred on for 1 million people? We hope to roll out the vaccine as fast as we possibly can. But before I get carried away, before I get carried away,
regret, isn't it?
Well, before I get carried, what I will say is that I don't think the situation is extremely difficult and it's extremely tough. And I don't think the pressure on our hospitals is immense. And do I think that by the spring things will be much better? Am I succumbing to my
famous optimism?
to my optimistic bias? I don't think it will be much better. I don't think that this country will get through it very strongly indeed. I don't think that people have a great deal to look forward to. But are things going to be tough for the next few weeks and months? Yes, they undoubtedly are.
Prime Minister, many thanks.
Thank you.